And welcome to another Out and About, everyone. RJ Fritz along with Louie. No, you know this is not Louie. It's his long-lost cousin. It's Hank the Wonder Beagle. Say hello to the folks, Hank. And, of course, we have Dirk the Rope and Cowboy. What are you doing,
How
Dirk?
long do I have to do this?
Well, as long as the show lasts. Keep it up, will you, for heaven's sakes?
What do you got on the show today, RJ?
Well, you're about to find out.
We'll learn lessons on outdoor survival from a most unusual teacher. We'll visit Pine City, Minnesota and a magical snow village. Also visit to the birthplace of snowmobiles in northeastern Wisconsin. Then it's down south to see how they handle nuisance alligators. But first... on an out-and-about adventure to Minnesota's beautiful BWCAW this summer, our group of 8 campers and 4 canoes had a marvelous time. Scenery was great, the fishing was superb, the fresh fish meals were outstanding. But then came a most unfortunate incident. The day when we were about ready to build a campfire with our only book of matches.
Hey, who's got the matches? I got them.
Well, it looked like we had seen the last of the hot meals and toasty campfires. But the next day, as we were checking our road atlas to see where we were and where we were going, it happened.
Who in the heck is that? Is that who I think it is?
Is that who I think it is? Typical. You mind if I join you?
Don Shelby, what a surprise.
What are you doing here?
Well, we're camping. What are you in for?
I'm here for a week.
A week?
Yeah.
You have no gear.
This is my stuff.
You can't be here for a week with that.
No, this is it.
That's it?
Yeah.
For a week.
A week.
You know, I'm really glad you showed up, Don. I'm really happy you're here.
I appreciate
You don't
that.
have to have any matches in this pack, do you?
I don't have any matches.
Matches? You don't have matches and you're going in for a week?
No, I don't bring matches.
You don't bring matches?
No.
How do you start a fire?
I'll show you. I gotta go in the woods and get some bark. I'll be right back.
All right.
Don Shelby, most know him as a TV news anchor. I also know him as Yule Gibbons II, Nature Nut, and in this case, the Matchless Stick Man.
But you're going to start a fire with that, no matches?
No, I just got some inner bark of a dead tree, and I'm just shredding up some of that inner bark.
But you have no matches.
No, but I've got a flint and steel, which is really just as good or better.
Well, it's kind of like cheating, though, isn't it?
Don also clued us in with a handy-dandy bit of flint magic.
This is flint, and this is my piece of steel. These sparks come off of it?
Yeah, I did.
All right. I take the nest, and I've got a little bit of char cloth that I carry. All it is just a piece of cotton. I'll put that cloth in there. I'm gonna break some dust up in there. I just take the...
Well, I'll be. Not dry enough?
It is now. There it is. Thank you.
Look at that.
And then you just add small twigs to it. And you just keep getting ever bigger twigs and ever bigger twigs.
All right, let's hear it for our hero, Don Shelby. All right.
I'm gonna give you something.
What's that now?
This is the new way that they do this. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
This is flint and steel that is made for camping. So you keep that. See what I'm doing?
Sparking. You're burning my shirt here.
And that's flint and steel. You keep that with you.
Hey guys, we got matches.
Ah, yes, Lady Luck was with us. Our own matches. And Shelby, who once taught outdoor survival in the military, telling us how it's done. And get this, Don makes fishing line out of a stick. Like how many guys make their own fishing line out of milkweeds from last year?
You can find them growing near rivers, near lakes, but it has to be last year's. It has to already have dried, and it has to be a hollow weed with a fairly fibrous outside.
Wouldn't it be easier to just buy some monofilament line?
Sure, absolutely, and that's what people should do. The reason I do it is just to practice the skills that it takes that were everyday skills for the American Indian, for the Ojibwe who lived up here.
You made a good point when you said, and you have all sorts of time up here, so it doesn't really matter. And that says a lot for this type of lifestyle.
One of the great attractions of the BWCAW, because it is quiet, you're not in a hurry, and if you're by yourself, there are moments there where you can collect yourself in no other way that you can anywhere else in the workaday world, where you're just by yourself with nothing to do.
Has to give you some sort of satisfaction too, with all the things that you can make out of nature, building your own fires without matches, that type of thing, doesn't it?
I'd love to take you out in the woods and bring you up here to the Boundary Waters and see what it's like when you're hungry and you have to have something to eat. You're fishing because you got to eat. You're tromping through the woods trying to find berries because you got to have some nutrition inside of you. And so when those meals hit the fire, when you do get them, they're really, really tasty. All right, let's go to the chuck wagon. That's it.
That's for a week?
Yeah, that's a week worth of bread right there. That's just a mixture of flour, baking soda, baking powder, salt, and sugar. And you cook that right in the coals. That's a down sleeping bag. You have to make sure you don't get it too wet. There's the tackle box.
You don't carry too much, do you? Don't need too much.
This is just a tarp that I use just in case. And this is called a bivy sack. And it's just a covering for your sleeping bag. It gives you a little head room and one bowl. You can cook in that, you can mix in that, you can drink out of it. And then the water just comes straight out of the lake. I go out usually 40, 50 yards offshore, go down an arm's length. And most of the water's up here just perfectly fine to drink. I found this axe to be a fabulous axe. It's Swedish made, and it's enough to make feather sticks, and you can chop a little bit of wood.
I guess in his own way, Donnie was telling us to ditch our chainsaw. Just kidding. Stay with us. We're heading for Pine City, Minnesota, the state's snow village capital. Then to the spot where snowmobiling was born. And then we switch gears and go gator hunting. Still ahead on Out and About.